everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is not a tutorial, it's not a swatch, it's not a get ready with me. Today we're going to be doing something not that. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. I want to talk about myself and my relationship with makeup, because I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a beauty guru, I have no affiliate codes. I'm just someone who really loves makeup and what it's helped me do and how it's helped me see myself. And so if you're a subscriber, which I think I have 6 now, which is really cool, then I kind of wanted to tell you who I am and who you're watching. And if you're not a subscriber and you're just happened upon my video, I really just want to share a little bit of myself with you. So I didn't grow up in a household that did a lot of makeup. It was just my mom and me. And my mom was what you'd call like natural glam. She was very tan, beautiful black hair, just someone who, she never really saw the point of makeup, I guess. I really never asked her about it in depth. And so I didn't really grow up around it. But when I was around 15 or 16, I started getting into makeup a little bit more. I mean, I think a lot of girls around that age do. And so for my 16th birthday, my mom bought me this. It's the Urban Decay Volume 2. I am not sure where this falls in their line of products, but I've had this for going on, it'll be 7 years in December, and I still use it. I've hit pan on these two. I mean, pan. So it just goes to show that Urban Decay lasts forever. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. But this was my first foray into playing with makeup, not just like, oh, I want to go get my makeup done before a wedding, or mom, please, let me go get my makeup done at the MAC counter. Like, it was nothing like that. This is my mom went out, found something that she thought I would love, and I played with it every day. I was experimenting. I was figuring out what colors went with my eye color. I was figuring out, the shape of my eye, and I was finally seeing these things about myself that I'd always been like, oh, I don't think I have that great of eyes. They're kind of small, and my face is kind of round. And I was like, no, my eyes are fabulous. Look at all these colors that it goes with. And it was helping me to really figure out how to love myself at an age where it's very hard to love yourself, especially as a girl in the South who is not a size 2, who is not tan, who did not have long, beautiful blonde hair. And it was starting to help me come into who I was. And I say starting because 4 months after my birthday, roughly 4 months, my mom passed away, and it was dark, and I really didn't have an interest in any of it anymore. I mean, I dabbled with it on and off for the next couple of years, but that light and that joy that I had found in playing with makeup was pretty much gone, because every time I touched this palette, I thought of my mom, and I wasn't in a space where I was ready to think about my mom and feel joy, because I missed her so incredibly much, and I still do. But eventually I got to the place where I started playing with makeup again. I started using this palette again, and that was around, I want to say, my sophomore year in college. So it took me about 4 years to get to a point where I could get back to that, okay, I'm going to try and figure these things out. I want to have a relationship with myself, with my memory of my mom through this makeup that she gave me. I want to try and explore myself a little bit more. And so my sophomore year, I really was experimenting with my style, what I like to wear, how to cut my hair. It was the first time that I cut all of my hair off. I had hair down here, and I pixie cut it, and then at the end of my sophomore year, after I'd had a pretty successful year in school, around people, learning about myself, learning about who I was, because I was 20. I mean, 20 is pretty young, and I mean, I'm still learning about myself. I'm only 22. And then I was sexually assaulted at the end of my sophomore year, and it really messed me up. I constantly asked myself, was I wearing the wrong thing? Did I drink too much? did I lead him on? Was I wearing something that made him think that and it took me a very long time to get to a place where I realized that he had what he had done had completely removed any joy that I found in making myself pretty, or making myself feel pretty with makeup, because I was worried about, well, what if someone thinks that because I've worn this makeup, I want to have sex with them, or like I'm trying to come on to them, and what if it happens again? And I went through a lot of therapy. I talked to my family. I have gone through a lot of personal growth, and finally, about 7 or 8 months ago, I started to really dive back into makeup. My best friend, Alyssa, started working at Sephora, and I would go and visit her, and I was like, wow, I really actually enjoy being in here. I really like makeup. I really miss like the fun of makeup. And so instead of just going to Sephora every 6 or so months to get some foundation, I was going more and more and more, and I started to build this community of friends who do makeup, who wear makeup, who love to play with makeup, who have the same interest in it that I do. And it really helped me fall back in love with the idea of loving myself, of loving how I look, of playing with how I look, of experimenting with how I look. And I don't have that fear anymore, or at least I don't have it a lot, that what I wear or what makeup I choose to wear is going to make someone feel like they can assault me or they can hurt me. And so so in the last 6 months or so, I've really gotten into it. This was the only professional palette I owned up until 6 months ago. Yeah, for Christmas, I got the Urban Decay Vice 4. And then after that, I bought I used that for a really, really long time, and then I bought the Morphe 35O Matte and Shimmer, and then the Jeffree Star palette that came out, and then the Modern Renaissance, and then I just got the Swamp Queen. So I've kind of been getting really, really more into it heavily, and I've just found that the more I play with makeup, the more I experiment, the more I find out about myself and what looks good on my face and what I love, the more I'm falling back into the joy that I had when I was 16 and playing with this palette for the first time and saying, Mom, thank you for buying this for me. So I wanted to make this video to tell people that makeup is more than just something you put on your face, at least for me. Makeup is redemptive. Makeup is forgiving. Makeup is fun. Makeup is playful. Makeup is love. Makeup is a way to love yourself when you feel like you can't. And it's not, to me anyway, it's not about hiding the things I don't like about myself. It's about taking the things on my face that I love and showing them off in a way that is just completely me and helps me take everything that I feel inside and put it on the outside. So when someone looks at me in the face, they go, that's Eliza, and look at how happy she is. So I hope that if you're watching this video, if you've stumbled across this, however you came to find it, that you leave from this video knowing that there is someone out there who believes that makeup is redemptive in a way that a lot of people don't understand it to be. And I hope that makeup does something in your life or someone you know's life that helps them to love themselves, even if it's just a little bit more. And I want to thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video.